Welcome back, True Seeker. It is Thursday, May 27th, 2021, at least still on the West Coast where I am. About 10 p.m., the Lakers and Suns game just wrapped up. And what we're going to be talking about is how scripted the NBA is and truly how satanic it is. And if you think that that's wrong, please stay tuned and listen, especially if you're watching these games where they're giving you the Ford truck advertisement about 50 times per game, "The beast cometh." We're going to put all this together here tonight. But again, the NBA is so scripted, you guys, and to continue to deny that, you will only cheat yourself. Tonight, the Miami Heat picked up their 110th playoff franchise loss, 110 days from Jimmy Butler's birthday. Tonight, the Nuggets gave the Blazers the 97th head-to-head loss between the two teams all time, 97 days from Jokic's birthday. Of course, 97 is the 25th prime, and the Nuggets also picked up their 25th road win in their playoff franchise history. And then the Lakers had the ritual of the night, paying tribute to the number of the beast. And again, if you guys are new here, I have two books. In my first book, there's a chapter where I talk about how and why they pay tribute to the number of the beast with LeBron. And I wrote this years ago. Since then, we have many more examples. You know, like last year, Frank Vogel went into the playoffs with 666 games under his belt. But tonight, the Lakers won their first playoff game since Kobe Bryant, who remember had his career high in his 666th career game. I want you to understand how they paid tribute to the number of the beast tonight with gematria. And I said to Sweet Lady, I was already big on the Lakers tonight. I thought there was almost no way the Lakers would come up anything short of the W tonight. But I told Sweet Lady, I said, watch, LeBron will score the 47th points tonight. And when he does, you'll know it's game over. When he scored those 47th points, the Lakers just went on a tear from there and separated the game. But look at this, you guys. Gematria, if you're new here, it's based on the alphabetic order forwards and backwards. And as you can see, I've written on the screen, and number of the beast equals 174, 66, 258, and 87. They paid tribute to number of the beast with all four of these numbers tonight. Tonight, LeBron got his 174th career playoff win. Number of the beast is 174 when you just run the alphabetic order. A is 1 up to Z is 26. Very simple. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4. But tonight, LeBron got his 174th playoff win. Remember, LeBron equals 66, Lakers equals 66, and LeBron James equals 66, like number of the beast does when you use the alphabetic order and rules of numerology. Tonight, the Lakers became 25-8 versus the Suns all-time in the playoffs at home. 25-8. 25 was a big number in the games today. It went in the Milwaukee-Miami game in a few ways in favor of Milwaukee and against Miami. But the word Thor equals 25. And Thursday is named after Thor. And you know, you think of Thor, you think of a big Scandinavian. Not exactly what Nikola Djokovic is, but he had a big 25 ritual today on Thursday or Thor's Day. But then the 87, the name James equals 87, like number of the beast. And tonight, LeBron put in the 47th points to make the score 47-40, put the Lakers up 7 in the Euro 7s, and then they went on a tear from there and quickly had a 17-point lead. But the word beast in the most simple cipher is 47, right? And if you watched, when they came back from the commercial break and LeBron scored right away to make it 47-40, the last commercial they showed, which is the same commercial they're showing the most during the NBA playoffs, is Ford's "The Beast Cometh." And if you have not seen that ad, let me play it real quick. Well, but here, before I play the ad, please know this about Henry Ford. He died in the year 47 on the date April 7th. And they always do rituals with 47 at Ford Field in Detroit. Notice Ford Field has the gematria of 47. But here, if you've not seen this Beast Cometh commercial, this is one of two commercials Ford is running right now. The other one is about how the Colt becomes the Bronco, and they just released this commercial right after the death of Colt Brennan and the death of Sam Ellinger's brother. Sam Ellinger was drafted 218th overall by the Colts, and then his brother died 218 days after his birthday, just days later. Remember, 218 is the number of the Holy Roman Empire, and of course, it's the Jesuits. and the Catholic Church behind all of this. Again, all roads lead to Rome. But here, let's watch the Beast Cometh commercial if you haven't seen this.
The Beast cometh. Are you ready? Get the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with $85.80 in total value plus $1,000 Ford credit bonus cash and no payments for 90 days.
Okay, so again, that commercial concludes. They come back to the game. LeBron's got the ball. Boom, puts in the 47th points right after some more Beast cometh in the game that we said was going to be all about the number of the Beast ritual. And again, this was the first Lakers home win in the playoffs since the time of Kobe Bryant in 2012. And again, just want to remind people that when you write out helicopter, Kobe died in the helicopter crash, it's also 666, right? They're talking about Kobe, this first win since Kobe, this huge number of the Beast ritual. Kobe, who in his 666th career game, again, scored his career high of 81. And remember, Kobe's full name has gematria of 54 and 81. All these numbers matter to Kobe. Again, if you guys have not read my book, my latest book, huge chapter on Kobe's death, all these numbers are so important to Kobe. But 54 and 81, remember when you write out Mark of the Beast, which is 666, it's 54 and 81, right? And again, that 135, huge number in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is the land of 135 because in the Bible, the letters written to the Church of Philadelphia about the key of David, which equals 135 in that same cipher. And Philadelphia was established on a date with 135 numerology. And again, always these 135 rituals in Philly. Yesterday, the Wizards in Philly picked up their 135th loss against Philly and their 135th playoff loss, all in the same game, and probably what's their last game in Philly for this season. And what was wild is they even did that the day of the lunar eclipse, which is another 135. And again, the stuff that they do is mind-blowing. If you write out total lunar eclipse, it's 103 like Utah Jazz. Yesterday, Donovan Mitchell became 10-3 all-time for his career against Memphis. He's been sitting out all those games. By the way, Donovan Mitchell was out for 40 days, you guys. He missed 40 days. Utah Jazz comes back, makes his team 10-3 against Memphis when he's in the game. But yeah, every single day, man, these games are so scripted. And when you have this knowledge, you can just really just pinpoint the rituals they're doing in the game. And with regards to the Lakers winning 109-95, notice they won the last game with 109 as well. And if you are watching the last game where the Lakers won with 109, if you're watching on TNT, they literally, after the Lakers won with 109, they cut to the other game going on, which was LA Clippers and Mavericks. And they went to that game, and the Clippers were down with 109 points like Los Angeles to the Mavericks, who at the time had 114. And again, that's... Whoops, I didn't mean to write out King James. I meant to write out LeBron James. LeBron James is 114. We always call that the LeBron number. The real King James's birthday is June 19th, 619, the 114th prime. Last year when LeBron won the finals, it was 114 days after the real King James's birthday. But again, all this stuff is scripted. LeBron is the centerpiece of the NBA like Tom Brady's the centerpiece of the NFL. And, yeah, there's more I want to say about that, but I got to save some things for the Patreon community, the people that do support. And again, it's a modest investment that I asked for in this movement. You get way more back in return. And again, we in the last 4 days, we have really smashed the playoffs. And again, I've only been back for not even 10 days, but it was okay at first. I was a little bit rusty, but I'm getting back in my groove, Haven't been decoding sports. But again, you learn this knowledge, you see right through the scripts of these games, and that's why today's stream on Patreon, for the thumbnail for the Patreon stream, I had 666 up, the number of the beast. And by the way, with regards to the Suns going down with 95 points, when you write out 666 in the most pure cipher, the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, it's 95. And Los Angeles Lakers has that 95 as well. And again, you just think about Kobe, the Laker, in his 666th career game with the season high. And you think about the weeks of the year and how the language and the calendar are all synced up. 666 days is 95 weeks and 1 day. Here, hold on. calling in right now, but hold on. I wasn't going to take calls just yet. But yeah, just one more thing that I'll teach you guys who are new to this. Some of you young guys who maybe can't sign up for Patreon, but you want to know more. Just watch this pattern from now on Thursdays, and watch it in all of sports. In the most pure cipher, Thursday is 35, right? Thursday is 35, like King James is 35. And today was LeBron's 149th day of his age, which is the 35th prime. Remember we talked about this with Tom Brady? Tom Brady's got the 35 in his name too. He got his 149th career home win in Super Bowl 55, exactly 149 months after he beat the Chiefs 17-10 in the game where he got injured. And the ref who worked that game, it was his first ever NFL game as a ref. He worked the Super Bowl this year. But 149 weeks later, the 35th prime. Again, big number relationship right here, prime numbers. But tonight was LeBron's 149th day of his age. The 35th prime, King James 35. Remember, the real King James became a Freemason at age 35, but Thursday 35. And you pay attention in Thursday night football, man, whatever team has the 35 going in their favor, that team is winning Thursday night football. And tonight, Milwaukee, they gave Miami their 35th total loss of the season, and their coach, Mike Budenholzer, however you say his last name, got his 35th career playoff win. You see, there's numbers, there's patterns, there's rituals to the days of the week. And this stuff is all scripted this way. I imagine they're either doing it because they truly are the beast and it is good and evil, or, it's supercomputers. And don't forget, the computer has that 666 Sumerian gematria too. So, anyhow, we said tonight would be a big number of the beast ritual. Lakers had an amazing, and again, just to say it one more time, if you guys missed it, one more time, here's what we saw coming in. LeBron was picking up his 174th playoff win tonight, which he did, and making the Lakers 25-8 at home, all time in the playoffs against the Suns, which they did. And then sure enough, LeBron, remember James equals 87 as well, but sure enough, LeBron made the score 47-40, 7-point lead, 87 combined points, scoring the 47th, the big beast number. And don't forget, this man comes from Ohio, right? So, and they've been doing this with him his whole career, you guys. Remember, he changed his number to 6 in Miami, right? He changed his number to 6 in Miami. LeBron is 66. He wins the finals, his first finals with Miami in the season that was shortened to 66 games. And LeBron is 66, like Lakers is 66, like LeBron James is 66. And again, number of the beast is 66. And if you've ever read the King James Bible, Revelation 13:18, about the number of the beast, it begins, "Here is wisdom, period," which is 66. And you see the 147 as well. What's today? Today is May 27th, the 147th day of the year. So there was no way they were missing the number of the beast ritual, you see? On the 147th day of the year, the Lakers' first playoff win in a huge satanic ritual. And it should remind everybody, and you can still watch these videos on this channel because this channel has not been deleted since I made it, but go back and look at the earliest videos I put up on this Gematria Effect Sports. July of 2018, why LeBron would win the Lakers their 17th championship in his 17th season. Again, NBA's 17, Ohio's the 17th state. He was traded on, or he went with the Lakers on July 1st, 1/7. He signed the $153 million deal coming over from the Cavaliers, 153, which is the 17th triangular number. But I said what he would do after that as well, so go back and watch it all. But the point is, we also talked about 2 UCLA members who died, 2 former UCLA basketball players who died just days after LeBron signed with the Lakers. UCLA, the college basketball team there, both men died with connections to the number 67. And Satanic is 67. You see how it's also 122? Don't forget, Kobe's 666th career game, where he scored his career high, was on January 22nd, 122. Talk more about the 122, but Satanic is 67. Blood Sacrifice is 67. It's also 257, like Los Angeles Lakers. And Human Sacrifice is 67. And with regards to the Satanic, 67 and 122, you see the 50 as well? Look at San Francisco. Again, that's where the Satanic Church was first established in 1966. And San Francisco's on the 122nd Meridian West. You see? So, They script these games through the stars. It should remind you that what David Stern said in 1984, the NBA is not about basketball, it's about stars. That was David Stern's quote in 1984, the year LeBron was born, arguably the biggest star ever for the sport. And, of course, that's arguably, but we'll see where LeBron finishes. And, again, just the Bucks winning with 113 tonight. It's like, come on, man. How often do NBA games finish with 113? The National Basketball Association 113, Kobe Bryant 113, Michael Jordan 113, and the list goes on. You know, remember the NBA last year suspended on March 11th due to coronavirus? Remember the Utah Jazz, the only team in the league whose full name is 113, and then only one other team has a 113 connection in the league, and that's Dallas, who won their first playoff game this year at 113 points. And we like Dallas both times on the upset to go up 2-0, man. Dallas paying well. See how Dallas is 41? So is L.A. Dallas is 4-1 versus L.A. for the year. Kawhi Leonard had a high of 41 points in the game where his team fell to, down, or where his team, did fall to. I suppose from his perspective, L.A. fell to 1-4 versus Dallas. Dallas became 4-1 versus L.A. He scored 41. But again, you just pay attention to the numbers before the game. You call out the numbers before the game because you know the numbers for the date. You know the numbers that connect to the teams. If you know the numbers as well as I do, which probably not that many people in the world do, but if you study like I do, you will. You just laugh at the rituals as they just go on. And, I see the Lakers scored 66 in the second half, 33 in the third and fourth. And again, LeBron's 33, James 33. So... we can take a few calls. Somebody was trying to call in here, but 702. If you want to phone back, we'll take a few calls. Maybe some people have some great observations about tonight. And let me check in with the chat real quick. But really, the main thing I wanted to talk about, I think I got it all in there. Just the number of the beast ritual. Oh, yeah. Tonight was also LeBron's 263rd playoff game all time. 263rd playoff game, which is the 56th prime. And remember, these are biblical numbers. King James Bible's 56 in the most pure cipher. They mentioned in tonight's game Anthony Davis and LeBron missed 56 games combined for the season. What's up, caller?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's up with it?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
I hear you. What's up?
Hey, you can tell, look, the Lakers get all the calls, like when the team, when they finna lose, like the ref just...
Lakers been getting all the calls for my whole lifetime, man. So...
Huh?
I said they've been getting all the calls for my whole lifetime. I mean, sports are a joke.
So who you got in the final? Who's gonna be in the final?
Well, you better go sign up for Patreon. We put out the finals before the season even began, and we said it was all about 56. So...
Let me ask you a question. Look, if they want LeBron to be better than Mike, but look, how can he be better than Mike? But he done lost 6 times, so...
So that'll be the argument. Mike went to 6 finals and won them all, but did he go to 12 NBA finals?
I mean, but even though he went to the finals, but he's the loser, though.
I agree, but still, the argument will be, but LeBron never had Scottie Pippen. LeBron didn't have teams like Jordan, and Michael didn't go to, LeBron didn't go to 12, or Michael Jordan only went to 6 NBA finals. By the time LeBron's said and done, he's going to be able to say that he probably went to 12, so.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but LeBron had better teammates than Mike, so look, that's why people don't think he the GOAT. No matter what he do, he'll never be better than Mike.
Well, Anthony Davis is the best teammate he's ever had, but I would say LeBron has never had a teammate as good as Scottie Pippen.
He had Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh.
Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh can kiss Scottie Pippen's ass, man. Are you serious?
So you don't think them players better than Pippen?
Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close, man. Scottie Pippen was all game, man. One of the best defensive players in the league every year. Did it all. Dwayne Wade is a great player. Chris Bosh is a great player. Not Scottie Pippen, man.
Oh, I mean, I feel what you're saying, that Scottie Pippen was that person, but But
Scottie Pippen, honestly, if the league wasn't rigged, Scottie Pippen was better than Michael Jordan, man. Scottie Pippen was the truth. Scottie Pippen would have won the Blazers the finals if the league wasn't rigged. I mean, he was up 20 points on the Lakers going into the fourth quarter, but then they just decided to stop playing basketball. They just had to keep the legacy that Pippen couldn't win without Jordan. But the NBA's a joke. But, I mean, you watch Scottie Pippen play. I mean, can you imagine Scottie Pippen going one-on-one with Dwayne Wade? That would have been ugly with both of them in their prime. It would have been a skunk.
All right, but I'm saying, all right, look, but Scottie Pippen never did what Jordan did, though. Like,
but now we're talking about the script. All right, I appreciate it, man. You have a good night. Okay, don't go into the script with me. All right, what's up, caller?
Hey, Zach.
What's up, man?
What I realized today was, what was it? So with Milwaukee, first Milwaukee got their win and made home teams 10-7, and Giannis is 4-9 in a reverse full reduction.
I'm not really in the mood for decodes tonight, man. It's 11 p.m. I appreciate it though, man. Keep up the great research. What's up, Big Al?
Hey, man. Hey, I sent you a picture of. Did you get that picture of that kid where his little kid had rookie on his?
Your phone. When you were telling me about the picture, all of a sudden your phone faded out.
Oh man. Oh, there you are. Can you hear me?
That's better.
So yeah, did you check out that picture that I sent? Okay, so it's got this kid, and he's got a number 18 jersey on, and it says rookie on it.
Okay, here I'm getting. Well, I was trying to look it up, but then every time somebody calls, the thing pops back up. But
look on your other line.
Number 18.
Yeah.
What jersey is that? Rookie.
I don't know, man, but it's just what they were doing was so I saw like a piece of the game where like they get on there in Barkley, they're like goofing around. Well, he was giving the rookies a hard time. He's talking about rookies taking bad shots or whatever. Well, then later in the game, they show this Twitter thing of this kid wearing this 18 jersey, and then on there they put rookie on there.
I see. And, he's sweeping. He's got the broom.
Yeah, but I'm sure though it's all related to the beast ritual that they were doing. They were like telling you
6 plus 6 plus 6, 18.
Yeah.
Frank Vogel got his 18th playoff win tonight.
Vogel got his 18th win.
Yeah,
and look at the gematria rookie. Look at the gematria of the rookie. It's got the date numerology, and it's got the King James numbers.
73, 37. I can do that in my head. Let's see.
35, 89.
Oh, yeah, 89 and 35 like King James. So who's that kid in the rookie jersey?
Well, I don't know who he was, but it was just clear what they were doing because
sure.
Barkley, he was trashing on rookies like earlier in the game, and then later in the game, they just pull this Twitter thing out, and then they show the kid with the brooms, and then they put the rookie on there, and then they had Barkley probably say, "What a cute kid," like young goat.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that was all part of the script,
And for all the people who didn't catch the GOAT ritual with LeBron, notice the Lakers got their 43rd win going into the playoffs as the 7th seed because they won the play-in game over Curry 66 days after Curry's birthday, just like Brady won the Super Bowl at age 43 getting his 7th. I mean, they're doing the same numbers here. So...
Yeah, they got them all connected, right? That 35.
They got the 188 thing going. They got the 188 thing going with Brady and LeBron. Yeah. It's obvious what they're doing. So.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's real clear, isn't it?
It's real clear, man.
And that's why the Lakers are still only 2-1 to win the West as a 7th seed. I mean.
I saw on ESPN they said this morning they're 220 to win the NBA Finals. That's hardly anything.
Well, I still got them better than 3-1 to win the NBA Finals. So, yeah, I mean that's still pretty damn good.
Yeah,
that's still really good. You know what I mean? But that's not going to be the case here before long. But it's going to drastically go down.
I got your photo up here on the screen so everyone can see what you're talking about. So.
Yeah, just how sick is all of it, though. I mean, But it's really cool though to be able to be in on the joke, like
you just see right through it with laser vision.
Who else knows the joke?
It's just laser vision. It's just so nice to see because as a kid I used to argue with everybody. It was so obvious to me that the games were rigged against the Blazers in the playoffs. I got to see the Blazers just lay down against the Bulls and the Pistons and the Lakers, and it was just so obvious. It was just so obvious even as a kid. It's like, look, they're not even playing anymore. And then now it's like, look how scripted it is. The Blazers pick up their 97th loss against the Nuggets all time, 97 days from Jokic's birthday. It's just like, it's the same shit every day. It's like, look how, it's amazing how scripted they have it, but it is. So,
and the scores just prove it, like again and again, they just can't get away from it.
We just explained Los Angeles in 109 2 days ago. Here we are 2 days later. It's like, I mean, it's not like we explained it for the first time 2 days ago. We've been explaining the same thing for how many years straight. So, yeah.
Yeah, man, same patterns with the same dude. So it's like obvious.
Again,
that 84 quote.
Again, just look, it's like, again, the Heat got the 110th playoff loss all time today, 110 days from Jimmy Butler's birthday. I mean, they have it perfectly scripted with their star players.
Yeah, they do. It's all about stars, right? It's not about basketball. It's all about stars.
Yeah.
So they, in a way, they were telling you, they were telling you then what they were doing.
Guess how many points Lillard scored tonight for Portland?
Oh, let me get it.
Come on, man. You got to get it.
What was the number on that now? You got me.
What's the date numerology? The date numerology.
Well, was it 19? You didn't get 19, did
Portland, man. Portland's the 37 city. It's like the other year when
37.
My video that's still up that has all those views.
Tonight?
Remember when he knocked out the Thunder from the playoffs and it was a 37-date tour and it was a 37-foot game winner that curved through the air? I mean,
the ball we curved in? Yeah, that one I totally remember.
Yeah, so he scored 37 tonight.
Didn't they put that in the Magic guy in the David Blaine commercial?
Well, that was before Lillard was even in the league. That was back in the days of Baron Davis. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they were recently doing that David Blaine commercial.
No, those are from over 10 years ago. That's probably like 2008 or something. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, shit. That tells you how much NBA I watch, man.
No, that
David Blaine. The little bit of it I saw the 18 ritual that they did during the games at the halftime show and all that crap. I saw all that.
Yeah.
Now I went to your nose, so I'm like, look at this guy. He can get his 18th win today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just all perfect characters, man, playing their parts. They all have to fit the perfect rule. They can't. It's not like one of them can't not work. So they're all part of it. Even the LeBron is just LeBron, and these star players they have the games clearly scripted around them. But even the coaches and everybody else, I mean, it all has to fit this perfectly. Why can't people see this for what it is, man? That's what I'm just blown away by. You still can't see it by now.
Yeah, maybe it is like this David Blaine commercial because he says it's all magnets, it's all magic. It's like, yeah, it seems like people are under a spell to not see the obvious. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, thanks as always. I'll be listening.
All right, man. You have a good night. See you.
Hey, you too, bro. Bye-bye.
Okay. And for all the Patreon people, the notes for tomorrow's games, I already did them tonight. The notes for tomorrow's games are up. And, yeah. So, we can leave it there. I wasn't going to stay on too late. I just wanted to make sure everybody knows about how satanic the NBA is, and it really is. Hold on, Beverly Hills is calling in. Maybe it's LeBron. What's up, 310?
Hey, Zach, how are you? Big fan. I'll just get right to the point because I know you're an extremely busy guy. But my name's Jeremiah, and I want just to tell you, Dallas Mavericks, the age of them is 41 years old. Dallas equals 41 in the reverse full reduction, and the Dallas Mavericks are 51 in the full reduction. Now, Luka Doncic scored 51 points earlier this year on the Clippers during the regular season, and I believe it was the 51 ritual, a 51-year anniversary ritual that is the Clippers. So, in other words, like you were saying, Portland, the Buffalo Braves, and the Cavaliers all came in 1970, 71, and they are the only team from the 51-year history who hasn't won the championship as far as the Clippers are concerned. Clippers are Buffalo Braves. Buffalo Braves equals 77 in the reverse. And Luka Doncic is just having his way with him this year, dude. With that,
well,
and
yeah,
man,
they've had some good riddles,
that,
and again, they just always make the Clippers an embarrassment. So it's all part of the continual script that people don't catch on to. But yeah,
right.
I know about Dallas Mavericks 51 in the most Pierce cipher. I didn't know about his 51-point game. It looks like that was December.
They blew them out, and that was the biggest blowout in Clippers history, Zach. And that was like, oh, okay. So what I took it as was it was a shaming ritual,
by 51.
And I had picked the Clippers.
They won by 51. He didn't score 51.
Yeah, sorry about that. But guess how much they scored in the first half? 77-27.
I see that.
Fucking jersey.
50 points.
His jersey.
Crazy.
Yeah, and then what's crazy to me is that my friends, I've been trying to talk to them about, because we love you, bro. We can't get through the first time we got through. But basically, this is a commemorative of 2006, where Kobe got eliminated by Phoenix. Hence, Miami was in the finals last year, in Florida, in Orlando, and you had a great riddle about that. But this year is about the Dallas Mavericks and celebrating the 2011 year when LeBron got eliminated by the Mavericks in 2011 and Dallas just dismantled the Lakers 4-0. So I think LeBron is coming for the revenge angle because, obviously he's going to beat Phoenix. I mean, I had Phoenix because, Chris Paul was his 13th season. The 13, I mean, let me stop with Phoenix. That was a terrible, But another thing I want to run by you before I get off the microwave. Yo, Utah Jazz is 41 years old. If you count them from the day they were born in Utah, not New Orleans. If you count it from New Orleans in 1974, New Orleans Jazz is 47 years old. And that's the goddamn Euclid, right? The 47th degree, right?
Sure.
Yeah, and then they're the liars about the whole thing. I remember your telecast the other day. Utah Jazz equals 113. I think you said something along the lines of liars and hoax, something. They started the fucking COVID-19, dude. All the sports followed suit behind Rudy Gobert. So it wouldn't shock me if they commemorate the 47-year anniversary because when they were born in 1974. Hence 47 years. And then their first playoff win was 37 years ago in 1984 when they first touched the playoff win. So that's a 37-year. And then finally, I'll leave you with this, Zach, because I know you got to go. Utah Stars, the ABA, won in 1970-71, 51 years ago, the year the Buffalo Braves were born, the year the Clippers were born, the Buffalo Braves, the Cavs were born, and the Blazers were born. It's 1971. So they have that 51 there with Utah Stars, if you look at the ABA. And Utah faced the New York Nets in 1972, the following year, if I'm not mistaken, in the finals. And so this year's looking like somewhere in the 70s. You know what I mean? Just a reference point to the 70s. But thanks for taking my call, Zach. Love you, bro. You know what I mean?
Yep, appreciate it, man.
All right.
Okay, and shout out to Generation. What's he always say? Lane. Well, how's he say it? I should know it. He said it a million times. Generation Y with a what is it? Lane with a Y. Generation Y. Anyway, today he really liked the Bucks a lot today. The Bucks did have a good riddle, but he said the Bucks bench was going to play well today. That was his prediction, and they absolutely did. Notice J. Rue Holiday with the 19 points on the 19-date numerology. And that was part of his prediction with the Bucks getting it done. And we thought before the series even began that the Bucks very well might start 3-0 because now they're 4-8 all time against Miami in the playoffs. And again, that most pure cipher, Milwaukee Bucks 48, like 4-8. So 3-0 start, 4-8. And again, that's how they do it, you guys. That's how they do it. So yeah, we'll leave it there. For all the Patreons, I'll be on in the morning to talk about the games. We're going to start early tomorrow, earlier than normal because I got to hit the road. Oh, hold on. Let's take one more call from where Shaq and Penny used to team up. What's up, Orlando?
What's going on, bro? Hey, so I have a quick question. So we know that all this great and stuff, but Curry is a great shooter at the end of the day. So, how do you think this is going down?
So hold on. We know it's rigged, but Curry's a great shooter. So how's this going down? I don't even know what was the argument that was made there.
No, I'm saying they're great athletes. So how exactly do you feel like this is getting rigged? The shot.
So Curry's a great shooter. Have you seen the games where he shoots like shit and it's just it doesn't seem like he's himself today? You seen those games?
Not too often.
Okay, so what kind of answer is that? Have you seen them, yes or no?
I mean, okay, yeah, I've seen a couple.
Okay, so if you're a great shooter and you need to play back, all you do is just make sure you miss your shots, right? A great shooter knows how to miss. So just don't follow through as well. Just let it come off the fingers a little bit late, a little bit early, your shot's off. I mean, we all know that as shooters. But, and again, it's just like the PGA Championship this year. You think Phil Mickelson's really the best golfer and he won it? Look how pathetic the leaderboard is for the PGA Championship this year. He shot a 6 under. Last year, that wouldn't even have put you in the top 10 in the PGA Championship. All you have to do is just play worse than the rest of the players. Or again, it's just these guys are out there following scripts, man. I don't think you guys understand how scripted it is. LeBron James and Steph Curry are born in the same hospital in Akron, Ohio. And they meet 4 times in the NBA Finals. Crazy. And I'm always teaching you guys about the Lakers and LeBron in '66. And this year, the play-in game between LeBron and Curry, which we said was destined to happen, was 66 days after Curry's birthday. These guys are born for the script. Their daddies are fathers in the league. You know, Steph Curry's father's Del Curry. LeBron's father's supposedly a mystery, but I'm pretty sure it's Nate Thurmond, who played for the Warriors and Cavs and who's also from Akron, Ohio, who they synced up all the original NBA Finals with between the Warriors and Cavs. The first 2, where they split them. Remember, LeBron scored 27 points in Game 7, winning that second year against the Warriors, and then Nate Thurmond died 27 days later. And again, not an accident. It's because that's how sick and satanic these leagues are. It's all rigged. These guys are all in on it. It's a family affair. They sacrifice people. They rig the games. I mean, because Steph Curry's a good shooter, that's not really an argument for anything, my man. Got to work on those argument skills.
No, I was just curious. So you feel like since being born in those hospitals, they've been groomed
absolutely. That's it. You just said it.
Children are even.
They're born and bred to be, man. They're born and bred to be. They're the chosen actors for the future planned scripts. That's what it is.
That's crazy, man.
That's how else can we show? If you watch us on Patreon, we're doing this every day. I mean, think about what are the odds that today the Miami Heat picked up their 110th playoff loss, 110 days from Jimmy Butler's birthday. What are the odds that the Nuggets gave the Blazers their 97th loss all time and that team head-to-head 97 days from Jokic's birthday? I mean, these things are astronomical, but they go on every day, and that's how you can see that these guys were born and bred to be, and they're essentially the actors put into the movie script, but instead of a movie, it's a basketball season or basketball game.
Jeez, so you feel like NCAA, it's going on there, too?
I've been showing this stuff for years, man. You guys must be new year here. I mean, how many years ago did we call championships dead on in the scores in college basketball? We've been doing this for years. It's all rigged and scripted, man. It's all rigged and scripted. I don't think everyone on the college level's in on it. I think pretty much everyone in the pro level's in on it.
That's well.
But at the college level, it's coaches, refs, and star players destined for the league type of thing.
Gosh, man. Dang. Well, all right. So, last question. What is your? So you do know all some of this stuff is in the Bible and such. What's your belief with God and everything?
Well, good and evil is definitely real. To me, there's definitely a creator, and there probably is. I mean, if you're not a Christian, essentially Jesus is good and Satan is evil. So there's all sorts of spiritual teachings that bring about the same type of understanding. I think that's the way that the world is. There's good and evil, and not enough people are choosing the good side. The evil side is just too tempting. So, and here we are, where we're watching these leagues where the people that participate in these leagues are some of the most sick people on the planet. I mean, again, it was how many months ago that we were talking about the LeBron James, Barack Obama clip where they're doing the TV show The Barbershop or something, and they're laughing so hard about doing a deal with the devil. It's like, why is that so funny?
Yeah, definitely. Dang, bro. I've been wanting to ask you these questions for the longest, Zach. I really appreciate it, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate you. You have a good night.
You too, bro.
All right, take care. Plano, Texas.
Hey, what's up, Zach?
Yeah, how you doing?
I just wanted to. I'm good. I just wanted to show you this story, just to help everybody see how rigged the sports really is. I'm going to upload the screenshots of Free to Find Truth right now, so you can just go check it out.
I'm going on there right now.
Okay.
Tell me when it's posted.
So the first one is I just...
Oh, you already did
it? I just posted it. Yeah, I just posted the first one. It's about how Phil Mickelson won the PGA 103rd. PGA tournament. So it was the anniversary of Jack Nicklaus
50 years,
winning
and
the
Nicholson's 50
1970.
years old. Crazy.
Come on now. Come on, Zach. And I'm gonna tell you the next one is about the crack. You know how the Seattle Kraken is the 32nd NHL team. So they finally they finally paid out the rest of the money so they can become the 32nd NHL team. And it's a story about how a scientist found the Kraken.
Oh, really?
I'm just like, yeah. The squid, that's like a giant
squid, right? Yeah, monster in the ocean, right? Okay.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. Where is it? You can just type in "scientists found the Kraken." Scientists found, and this was like within like the same day. Like as soon as they say, "Oh, just type in "scientists found Kraken." It's the first story from LiveScience.com. As soon as they were established as the 32nd NHL team, they pushed this story. It was probably like 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah, it says 28 days ago, so 4 weeks ago today they were pushing this story. I see it. Yeah?
You see how scientists caught the footage of the Kraken.
Yeah. That's how they do it, man. It's like everything in this world is just mockery and a lie, man. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's just some extra icing on the cake to show how they do it.
Well, appreciate those observations. Those are some good ones, man. So.
Hell yeah.
All right. You have a good night, man. Thank you.
Yeah, good. You too. Good talking to you.
Take care. You too. Vegas?
Hey, Zach. Chris from Vegas.
Yeah, what's up,
Great
man?
job today. Thank you so much for making me money. I see that you got a lot of people on there. I think all these people need to sign up for your Patreon because these last few days and you.
Well,
really
here for all the people, a
and
warning.
Thursday
If you want to sign up for my Patreon, it's only $5 a month, but you might want to wait till the 1st since we're almost there because if you sign up before the 1st, it'll bill you 2 times. So I'd sign up on the 1st.
Fuck that, Zach. You're making money tomorrow. You're going to make money tomorrow to
That's
pay
true.
that $5.
That
Sign
is
up for
true.
his Patreon, guys. To be honest with you, he's been making so much money these last few days. He knows Thursdays. If you had his Patreon today, he would have told you everything that was going to happen today. He knew it was going to go through Jokic. He knew fucking everything today. He nailed it. He gives everything out early. He knows his shit. Guys, he'll make you a lot of money. These last few days, he's making nothing but money. If you would have just took Memphis Grizzlies when he told you to take that big value, he knew it. He knew it from day one going through John Morant. It would have paid for your whole month all year. So, guys, $5 a month, we're lucky he's not raising it on us. And we're actually lucky he jumped on tonight because it is late, like he said, and I've been trying to call in. I know he's seeing my call. I've been trying to call in, man. You've been on fire. I just want to tell you, you won that 35 and that Thursday, and you were second. You were like, I want to see it one time for myself. I knew you were just want to see it, but man, you're on fire. You knew it was going to hit. You knew it did. Thursday football, everything. Great job, man. I can't wait to hear from you tomorrow, and I'll let you know. Go. It's getting late, but guys, there's a lot of people online, and a lot of people don't have his Patreon. Fuck, give this guy credit and sign up, man. It's a great deal, and like you said, Lakers are going to win this year, next year. I've been following this guy for a long time. He's called the Raptors. He told you when to hedge. So, he gives you the benefit of the doubt. He was saying Warriors, but then he calls Raptors, and he lets you know, hey, hedge your shit. Hedge your shit. He's not going to let you down. He's going to give you the best advice you can have. And once again, thank you so much for making me a lot of money, Zach. I got to throw you a tip here and there, but I really appreciate you, brother. Have a good night, man.
Keep up the good work, Chris.
Vegas,
Thanks, man.
702.
Appreciate it, brother.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night. 862.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah, what's up?
What's going on, Zach? Just a few questions for you. I didn't know I'll be able to get on your line, but I've been following you for about maybe 6-7 years, on and off. Some things that you say kind of like touch me, and some things you say kind of like hurt me. But it's not all about that. But the thing I'm trying to understand is I read your book, your first one, that you put out, and then the second one, I haven't really got a chance to it, but I know I try to reach you out to get a copy, because I know I paid for the first time.
Both of my books, for anyone who ever loses, because people. So I've the last couple of years, I've sent people, just been constantly sending people my book for free because they lose it all the time. The first book is the ebook. You guys can download both of my ebooks for free now. I made them free on the Patreon, so they're always there for everybody. If you ever lose your copy, you can just download it again. I mean, the physical copy is not free, but the ebook versions I made free. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been, I was on your Patreon, and I was able to see those links, but lately I haven't been subscribed because,
you don't have to be subscribed. You don't have to be subscribed to the Patreon for the free book downloads. I made them so they're public files, so everybody sees them.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love your work. I love what you've been finding, but one question I've been having, even though all this stuff has been going on with everything that you've been predicting, out of nowhere, out your ass, I would say, as a Dragon Ball content, whatever, you're Goku, but everything's been coming out your ass, not out your ass, per se, but you've been to any normal folk, it would have been out your ass, but your deal. You know what you're going through. Not what you're going through. You know what you're working with and how you're doing it. My question is what is it that we can do as individuals to disrupt this whole pattern?
Stop participating in the system, man. We got to stop participating in the system. I mean, imagine if every NBA fan said, you know what, I'm not going to go to another game. I'm not going to buy another ticket. I'm not going to buy another jersey. I'm not giving them any money at the stadiums for any of their stuff. It would be over. Their league would be over. And that's what it needs to be, because all of these pro leagues are sick, man. They are killing people, and they are rigging games. I mean, and they're getting their stadiums built by taxpayer dollars. I mean, the whole thing is a big scam.
Yeah, and I understand that most of the people that are in the league right now are Masonic children, children who were born into the whole family ritual and what's going on. You know what I mean, with the family, you got, what's his name, Mahomes, whose father was a baseball player. You got Dante Pettis, who's now with the Giants, and his father was a baseball player. They all was Masonic.
There's a lot of these guys. Yeah, there's a lot of athletes whose fathers were in pro sports. Absolutely.
Yeah, so how can we enlighten these people to let them know, look, let's stop doing this. You know what I mean? What can we do? Can we maybe is there a way, is there any way that we could disrupt the money flow, the currency flow? You know what I mean? Is there any way we could disrupt their currency flow so that way maybe we can make our own sports or whatever that's legit? Or
well, there's a lot of ways it could happen. Yeah, it's possible, but it's going to have to take people really stepping up and waking up their friends and family and saying, listen, man, I mean, you can't keep calling all this stuff a coincidence. These leagues are evil. Why are you going to invest your money in this? So...
yeah, that's true.
And it's not just sports, too. I mean, it's the whole thing, the whole system. I mean, people need to realize the same thing's true about the news. It lies to them and programs their minds with false ideas every single day. Our government lies to us. The elections are rigged. I mean, everyone needs to stop participating in all this crap. The same stuff I spend all my time exposing is the same stuff I'm trying to get people to stop participating in. So
yeah, earlier today, I was looking at this TV show, which is very informative. It's called Adam Ruins Everything. You ever heard of that TV show?
I haven't.
Adam Ruins Everything. He exposes everything that is fake and real or whatever. But I can't say because it's on national TV. But he mentioned something about the elections today, and today I was watching it. It wasn't today on live TV, but he said something about called the Jerry something rule or law to where when it comes to the election, gerrymandering. Yeah, when it comes to the elections, you could gerrymander how the votes go. Like
Right.
it's all there. It's there on our TV screens. They're telling us the truth, but people look at it like it's a TV show, and it's not to be taken like as real life situations, but like predictive programming, I guess you could say, like how it is. And then these people have a cognitive dissonance. You know what I mean? Like they look at it. They look at it as a joke, even though it's not really a joke. But they laugh at it because they know it's true. You know what I mean? Like that's what it's like. That's what cognitive dissonance is.
Right.
I'm sorry, I've been drinking.
That's okay. I got you, man. Yeah, you're speaking facts, though, but I appreciate the late night phone in, man. You enjoy the rest of your night.
You too. Thanks, Zach.
Yeah, take care, man. Caller?
Yes, yeah, Zach.
Yeah, what's up?
I signed up to your Patreon. I've been signed up for about quite a while now.
Thank you.
You know, yeah. I just want to say, man, thanks, man, because you made me tons of money, man.
Well, I you know what? You're welcome, and I'm going to do better. So I'm going to do better. But you're welcome.
Yeah. I just want to, you know, a lot of people not into this stuff, man. I just want to tell you, man, you know, you're doing something, it's like you're a prophet in the type of way. You're doing something like, you know, you're doing some big stuff. It's fantastic. Like, when I look at it, like, it's like, dang.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people can do this.
Well, I appreciate that's a nice compliment. I appreciate it. I'm a very motivated and hardworking person, so that's mostly what it is. A lot of hard work.
Yeah.
But
I watch you every day.
Well, thank
I
you.
try to tell people, you know, I try to put people on, but you know, it's not everybody can know this stuff. So
yeah, it's obvious. Yeah. It's obvious that it's not meant for everybody because there's so many people will dismiss it, and it's really their loss. But again, it's that hermetic teaching. You know, don't cast your pearls before swine. And sadly, I guess there's a lot of swine. So
yeah. I was just calling you and letting you know, man. Keep up the good work, man.
Will do.
I'm here to support you.
Thank you. You have a good night.
All right. Yeah.
Take care.
You too.
910.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Zach.
Hi.
Forgive me. Let me turn you down a bit on my TV because I have a delay here. First of all, I wanted to say thank you so much for all the hard work that you do and tell you how much I'm enjoying your book. I have to tell you, I had some strange experiences in the industry, and after reading your book, a lot more things began to make sense to me, and it kind of frightened me, and I fell into a bit of a depression because I felt as if, you know, everything I've ever been told or everything I had been aspiring to do in my life had suddenly been all for the wrong reason. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Sure.
I started to realize that the people I was involved with did not have my best intentions at all. And for anyone that's going through something similar, I just wanted to get your take on it. Like, you know, we talk so much about the sacrifices or what goes down in the industry, but I think what is on a lot of individuals' minds is maybe how we can move towards the lighter side of things, you know? Like, is there a, you know, if you have all this negative, there has to be a positive side, right?
Right.
So what, you know, as I read through your book, I don't think I've landed on that space yet where I'm like, oh, okay, so it's not all death and gloom. But can you maybe shed some light on, you know, I don't even know how to say this. I sound like an asshole. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry, fellow truth seekers. Is there anything that you can shed light upon? You know, if all this is for the sake of satanic ritual, what's the other side of it?
Oh, sure.
Is there another side of it?
I do think there's another
Yeah.
side to it. Yeah, so you're saying just like the whole understanding of this knowledge, is it all evil or is there any positive or light
Yeah.
side to it? Yeah, I'd say there's
Yes.
absolutely
And
a light side to
how
it.
does? Okay.
So, like, the
Okay.
light side is the organic side, and just having the knowledge. Again, knowledge is power. And, again, have you had anything organic happen in your life since you started studying this?
Okay, so the frightening thing, and this is going to sound so bizarre, but the way we fell upon Gematria, it was bizarre. So Chris Cornell, I've been having dreams about him, very prophetic dreams. I was doing artwork, and then days later, things would show up as like, what the fuck is this about? Part of my language. And did he get this? Okay, so he and I have very similar astrology. Okay, but oddly enough, the day before I fell upon Gematria knowledge, my partner and I were sitting at the beach and saw something bizarre. And I went home and had this crazy dream about numbers. Okay, and then I stumbled upon you, and I was like, okay, nothing, I don't believe in coincidences, I don't. And especially with the things that have taken place in my life in the past several years, I really don't believe in coincidences, especially in the industry I was involved in with music and such. There were too many coincidences for it to be coincidence anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Truly.
Like, I was like, okay. Yeah, I was like, okay. No. And the stranger thing is I pulled away. That's when things began to become even more difficult. It's like the more I tried to get away from what I was going towards, the weirder and worse shit got for me. And I know that sounds horrible, but it's just the way it is. I do believe that there has been some positive, organic gematria in there, but as you know, I just think I focus on the dark so much because that's what I've experienced so much. It's
Sure,
like, man,
that's the way your mind works, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like you get sucked into that. And after reading the first book, I looked over at my partner and I said, how am I supposed to ever live my life like I did previous to this? How am I supposed to do anything without being pissed off and frustrated and being almost like paranoid to the point where it's like, and I've already begun to become that way because of the situations and just weirdo type of situations I found myself in where I was like, okay, this is not, fuck.
Well, okay, so
so
here's how I think, because it's newer, it can be more overwhelming, but I think as time goes on, it'll get better. I'd encourage you not to be paranoid. Again, I don't know exactly what your life story is, but if it sheds some light on things that were going on around you that you weren't aware of and now you don't like it, I mean, in a way, it's probably better that is the case, even though it's uncomfortable now. But again, I was just going to say, knowledge is power, and it gives you more understanding of this world. And I mean, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't think I'm mistaken, I wouldn't be here every day doing this all the time if I thought I was wrong. I mean, I realized something was going on with numbers, and it took a long time to figure it out. And I'm like, look at this, it's day after day. But again, the beauty of this is if everyone seriously took this knowledge and paid attention and witnessed what we witness every day in this community, it would help pull them out of a lot of things they should not be in that are not good for them, from investing their life into watching rig sports all the time or just caring so much about political parties. So, I mean, that's the good side of it. It can take people out of things that they're in that aren't good, and that might be uncomfortable at first, but go ahead.
You dovetailed so perfectly into what I need to bring up next, and I'm really bad at putting gematria on people because I'm so frustrated, right? So I'm like, I just vomit this all over people and they freak out. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Sure.
And I'm like, okay, let's just take my horrible life circumstances from the last couple of years and use that as a prime example. And, look at what's happening. Look at these celebrities. Look at these musicians. Just look at it, okay? Can you break it down? Like, if you were trying to explain gematria in 30 seconds in the best way possible, how would you break it down? I'll take that clip and I'll forward that to everybody with the book.
30. Well, it would depend on who I was talking to, but if it's in the music industry, I'd bring up like the Slipknot song. I'd say, listen, Slipknot, the band, has a song called Gematria, the killing name. And the word Gematria is 38 and killing's 38. Man. And the first member of that band dies at age 38. And then you could bring up the Police murder by numbers example in 83. Yeah, I can get all that on 30 seconds, I guess.
And then the Sting song. I'm like, seriously?
And notice,
here I am writing all this stuff.
Well, that's something else that you can point out to people, because nobody in this community has been able to figure out exactly when Sting's parents died. And it seems like Sting was ahead of the curve, and he wanted to make sure both of Sting's parents died in very close proximity to each other at the very beginning of his music career. And again, he's the guy with the song Murder by Numbers. And yeah, for years I've been trying to figure out exactly when his mom and dad died. I know they died just, a couple months apart from each other, but I cannot find the specific days. And something tells me that Sting is the reason that information's not out there on the internet. So
it's very odd. And I was trying to say something through my lyrics without saying it. I think as an artist, you kind of want to say something without saying it for a few reasons. And I think you know what I'm getting at. It's like, you can't just go around saying, hey, man, these people that I'm near are horrible people, because they'll take you out. I'm probably going to get taken out eventually. I didn't think that I was going to be on the chopping block with this damn lunar eclipse coming up, because that was my birthday. So I've been laughing all weekend. I'm just like, man.
Well, don't live in fear. Don't live on fear, but just be aware of things. And if anything seems strange, well, at least now you have a hunch. Like, okay, maybe today's got the wrong numbers, and this person's giving me a strange vibe. So
as far as flicks go, if I want to shoot some movies at people, a couple of films that your community had, put down in the commentary. Oh God, what was it?
Nick Cage. A couple of great movies. You got to watch the Nick Cage movie, knowing that's a big clue.
Oh, that was it. And then there was one previous to that with a couple of kids that were like living out a living nightmare with zombies and like nightmares and cubes or something, like boxes or something. I don't remember it.
I don't know.
But I was like, man, that's too graphic. So I was trying to send this to
the Knowing movie, though. The Knowing movie is one everyone should watch. That movie clues you in. So.
Yeah, that was a great one, man. Well, listen, I appreciate everything you do, and I've taken up way too much of your time. I'm sorry I went like way over to 2 minutes, but I've been trying to call you for weeks, and I just had to say it. I just feel like more people need to say it, and like I didn't know what I was getting into. I don't think a lot of people know what they're getting into. I think they have dreams and aspirations, they follow them, and then they find themselves in precarious situations. And the fact that I learned about this and just being where I'm at in my life, it's made my life a lot more difficult, because I'm like, man, it's like, ouch, Yeah. So I'm glad that your work is out there, and I just hope that anyone else that's maybe experiencing the same can find a little bit of hope in there. But
well, stay strong, friend.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, stay strong.
Thank you.
All right, you have a good night.
Thank you. You too. All right, thanks.
All right, appreciate it. Take care. You know what, True Seeker? I just realized what I have to do with my life here. Let me see when the Blazers... I just turned off... I'm not going to take any more calls, you guys, but I am going to be doing a live stream in the days ahead right from the Moda Center. Let me see what day I got to be there. Okay, Saturday afternoon. Oh, my God. Ah, man. This better work out. Why has it got to be in the afternoon? I was hoping it was at the nighttime. Shit. Hold on. What is the NBA playoffs right now? What system are they on? Are they on the 2-2-1-1-1 thing? Let me see. Okay, Game 5's in Denver. All right, this game, it might have to be this date. This series better go to this game. Do some more research on this. I gotta go to the Blazers game with the megaphone and talk about the Rig NBA. Okay, I might do it this Saturday, but man, there's a little bit of a scheduling conflict. Oh man, yeah, this will be good to be at a Blazer game with the megaphone talking about the rigged NBA. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wish that game was later. All right. I'm going to leave it there for now. I'll keep you guys updated and Game 6 is back in Portland. I think very likely there's a Game 6. If I can't... Yeah, I think the Game 6 is very likely. If I can't do this Saturday because the time's off, this Game 6, I'll still be down in Portland, so... Yeah. And I want to start doing this a lot more. If enough people would support the Patreon, man, we'd have enough resources to hire a team of people. We could do this at every game. Travel in groups. Expose these rigged-ass games. So, anyway, we'll leave it there, you guys. If you got here late, that little red bar at the bottom, just pull it back to the left. Watch the video from the beginning. That's where the majority of the information was before we started taking calls. But, again, we called it before the game. Here, let me show you something. Let me show you the thumbnail on my video that I did earlier today. You can only see it if you're on the Patreon, but I can show it to you this way. See these videos that are unlisted here? They're Patreon videos, but I did this flamin' 666 for the thumbnail because I wanted to make sure everybody knew about the number of the beast ritual that was coming with LeBron tonight that there was no doubt about. Again, you guys already written a book years ago with a chapter on the number of the beast and why they do so many rituals with LeBron James and that number. And again, that was years ago. They've done so many since then. And it's not just LeBron that they do numbers of the beast ritual with. Understand that too. It's just in the world of sports, I'm not aware of anyone else in the world of sports that they do more with than him. And he is, I mean, could we not argue that LeBron James is the center of the sports world? I think even though he doesn't have as many championships as Brady, I still think he's even more. For example, we weren't watching Tom Brady's high school football games, right? We weren't watching Tom Brady's college football games. Tom Brady wasn't anything until 9/11, the Patriot Act, and then the Patriots. But we were watching LeBron James's high school games. This guy's been the focal point of the 21st century for sports. So... Anyway, we'll leave it there. One more thing. If you're not signed up for Free to Find Truth, you really should. There's a good community of truth seekers on here. This is a censorship-free platform where you can post your information, your thoughts, your ideas, your research, and you don't have to worry about some big tech company deleting it all because they don't like what you're posting about. And again, the other purpose of this community is to find out who's in your city, message each other, make new friends. There's a dating page on there. People set up a dating page. I still don't know if we have our first Free to Find Truth love match, but in time it will come. So, truth seekers are wanted. But we'll leave it there for now. And again, be back on the Patreon early tomorrow because I got some driving to do. I got to drive to Portland tomorrow. And then, yeah, I'm going to do everything I can to get to that Saturday game. But if not, I'm pretty sure a Game 6 is coming in that series, so... And I'd rather do that one because it'll be at nighttime and just more going on, but we'll see. All right, you guys. Appreciate all of you.